Hello everyone and welcome to another video brought to you by the Freedom Eagle, political news and commentary with a conservative lean. Ever since election night, and more glaringly every day and night for the past 10 or so, one of the most prominent players in Donald Trump's quest for a second term has been attorney Sidney Powell. Whether she's making waves with her tweets or making claims on television, most everyone who follows politics is talking about Sidney Powell. Her most recent lightning rod moment came during a November 19th press conference where she was joined by Rudy Giuliani and Jenna Ellis to discuss alleged misconduct, to put it mildly, during the 2020 presidential election. While many people across the board have made an assortment of rumors, allegations, innuendos, etc., regarding the election, not many have been as blunt and as forceful as Powell. At the aforementioned press conference, Powell told the nation the following, while doing so in a very direct and matter-of-fact manner.
What we are really dealing with here and uncovering more by the day is the massive influence of communist money through Venezuela, Cuba, and likely China in the interference with our elections here in the United States. The Dominion voting systems, the Smartmatic technology software, and the software that goes in other computerized voting systems here as well, not just Dominion, were created in Venezuela at the direction of Hugo Chavez to make sure he never lost an election after one constitutional referendum came out the way he did not want it to come out. We have one very strong witness who has explained how it all works. His affidavit is attached to the pleadings of Lynn Wood in the lawsuit he filed in Georgia. It is a stunning, detailed affidavit because he was with Hugo Chavez while he was being briefed on how it worked. He was with Hugo Chavez when he saw it operate to make sure the election came out his way. That was the express purpose for creating this software. He has seen it operate, and as soon as he saw the multiple states shut down the voting on the night of the election, he knew the same thing was happening here, that was what had gone on.
And if that little drop of information wasn't enough, Powell went on to discuss how Donald Trump broke the algorithm that was originally entered into the system to hack the election. Powell notes this is what caused many areas to shut down for the night and bring in the quote-unquote mail-in ballots under the cloak of darkness. Play the clip.
Now, the software itself was created with so many variables and so many back doors that can be hooked up to the internet or a thumb drive stuck in it or whatever. But one of its most characteristic features is its ability to flip votes. It can set and run an algorithm that probably ran all over the country to take a certain percentage of votes from President Trump and flip them to President Biden, which we might never have uncovered had the votes for President Trump not been so overwhelming in so many of these states that it broke the algorithm that had been plugged into the system. And that's what caused them to have to shut down in the states they shut down in. That's when they came in the back door with all the mail-in ballots, many of which they had actually fabricated. Some were on pristine paper with identically matching perfect circle dots for Mr. Biden. Others were shoved in batches. They're always put in a certain number of batches, and people would rerun the same batch. This corresponds to our statistical evidence that shows incredible spikes in the vote counts at particular times, and that corresponds to eyewitness testimony of numerous people who have come forward and said they saw the ballots come in the back door at that time.
Just for the record, I'm in no way taking a position for or against Powell's comments. I'm merely presenting her words as she spoke them. Waiting for the facts to come out is the responsible position. However, it can't be understated that what Powell said at the presser, true or not, is rather incredible. Bold, if it's nothing else. Cases should never be tried in the media, so in terms of the big bombshell that was seemingly promised to the general public, things along the lines of the aforementioned press conference are likely all we're going to get. Evidence is for the court, not prime time on Fox News. So let's all just sit tight. And for the record, for those who do not know, who is Sidney Powell? According to public information, she's a graduate of the University of North Carolina, go Tar Heels, and has been in the law field for just over 40 years. She started her own firm in Dallas, Texas in 1993. Her bio states that, quote, Sidney the attorney represents individuals, corporations, and governments in federal appeals in complex commercial litigation. She has practiced law primarily in the Fifth Federal Circuit for decades. She has been lead counsel in more than 500 federal appeals, 350 of them as an assistant United States attorney and appellate section chief in the Western and Northern districts of Texas. She is a past president of the American Academy of Appellate Lawyers and the Bar Association of the Fifth Federal Circuit and a member of the American Law Institute, end quote. Before joining Donald Trump's legal team in November of 2020, Powell represented General Michael Flynn. So, draw your own conclusions until this finally comes to an end, whenever that is. All anyone can do is just speculate. I just suggest doing so in a healthy and responsible manner. There's enough cloud cover as it is. We don't need to usher in an irresponsible hurricane. And this is where you come in. What are your thoughts regarding Sidney Powell's recent comments? Is she right? Is she wrong? Or is she somewhere in the middle? Please give me your take. All civil opinions will be gladly accepted. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And until we meet again, we will talk to you later.